What's good? It's Extreme Caution here. Today I'm finna go over my official WWE Clash in Paris official predictions. Finna go over every match card, what I think of the potential, what I think of the entire build of each and every match, what I think of the feud to every single match, what I think leading after every single match. You guys let me know your overall thoughts, opinions down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you like daily wrestling content, I upload daily wrestling content, so you should enjoy my content. I'm finna go ahead and jump straight into the predictions. The first match I'm going to discuss, which I'm assuming is going to be the opening match of the show, is Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. This match has been brewing. This match became official. The main story here is that Bronson Reed, of course, is a part of Seth Rollins' faction. Roman Reigns, of course, has a long history with Seth Rollins, especially due to what happened at WrestleMania with him taking his wife's man. And Bronson Reed has constantly been attacking Roman Reigns, and he's been stealing his shoes, and he officially made the Shula Fala, which I think is a great idea. Now, of course, Roman Reigns wants payback. He wants revenge, so this is why this match is happening. I like what they've been doing. I like the Shula Fala idea. I want Bronson Reed to win because it makes the most sense for him to win, especially because it would elevate Bronson Reed, but I think Roman is winning. I don't see a world where Roman Reigns is winning especially a one-on-one match. Now, I could see a world where maybe they have shenanigans, interferences, but I think I'm just going to go with the safe option and have Roman win. I just don't know what they're going to do with Bronson Reed because I do think eventually the gimmick has to die. I personally would like it if he did this with every wrestler instead of just Roman. I would have preferred it if he would have did this with every wrestler. Any wrestler he attacks, he's taking their shoes. But I think eventually they're going to stop the gimmick. I think they're going to end it here because once you lose to Roman, the gimmick is over. You can't continue the Shula Follow thing once you lose. So I do think he's going to lose here. I think they're going to give the crowd a big pop, for the opening match. It's just hard for me to believe Bronson Reed is going to win because WWE, Triple H mainly, has clearly shown that he has clear favoritism towards Braun Breaker. It is very clear that Braun Breaker is the main guy of this faction that they're really trying to build, and Bronson Reed is more of a background character. It is so obvious. It's just hard for me to take Bronson seriously when they have constantly shown to me that they don't care about Bronson like that. Yeah, they care enough to put him in the faction, but they don't care enough to actually build him up as a monster like he should have been, like he was when he was feuding with Seth. So I hope to be proven wrong, but I have Roman Reigns picking up the victory. The next match we'll be discussing is Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This feud actually is low-key interesting. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. I never thought that I would actually be interested in a Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella feud, but the feud is actually interesting. The premise of the feud really is just Becky Lynch being the heel that she is, and Nikki Bella is trying to be the baby face of she paved the way for other wrestlers and she wants respect and all this. Look, Becky Lynch is retaining. There's no, well, I'm not going to say there's no chance because there is a way that Nikki Bella could win this match. And I know there's a subsection of fans who actually think it's a good idea for Nikki Bella to be champion in 2025. No, absolutely, especially singles champion. If she was ever going to be a champ, it would be a tag team title. It should not be a singles title. There's so much left you could tell with Becky Lynch as this heel character that she needs to remain a heel with this title. And plus, whoever wins this title off Becky Lynch needs to be someone that actually benefits and gets elevated from it, not someone who won't be here in the long term in Nikki Bella. So personally, I think the story that they need to tell is just have Becky Lynch win. They may end up doing another match at another PLE because I'm assuming they're probably going to do a thing where they protect Nikki Bella, even though Nikki Bella is a legend. She doesn't need protection, but they're probably going to protect her in some way by having Becky Lynch cheat. Probably going to be a ref bump or some sort, and she's probably going to use the title. Maybe she ends up, doing a roll-up pin where she hangs onto the ropes. But I think the best outcome and the only outcome that should be happening is Becky Lynch retaining that Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now we got Rusev versus Sheamus in a Donnybrook match. The Donnybrook match is basically just a no disqualification match, which is a bunch of around the ring. This feud has actually increased my interest. It's been getting better and better week in and week out. I like what they've been doing here, making the feud more intense. It looks like this is going to be the blow-off match, the end of the feud here. I'm hoping the match is an absolute banger. You got Sheamus and Rusev. The match should be an absolute banger. The matches that they have been really good, but I'm hoping this is like that one match that's just an absolute, just amazing match. I have Sheamus winning because Sheamus typically don't lose feuds. typically, especially feuds that build on Raw in the past few years. He has not really lost for the most part, unless you want to count like the Braun Breaker stuff. But I just don't see a world where Sheamus is going to lose this match. It's just very hard for me to believe that Sheamus is going to lose. Because I don't know where either guy go from here after this feud. The only thing I could think of is that maybe they go after the Intercontinental Championship picture. But if Dominic Mysterio is still going to be champion, then I don't see the purpose of them going after that championship. If AJ Styles eventually wins that title, then I could see either one of them going after it as a heel or babyface. But I don't know what you do with Rusev or Sheamus after this because, in my opinion, they should both be in the mid card. That's what I would do personally. I think that's the only thing that makes sense because neither of them should be in the main event scene. But put them in the mid card. I think that's a great spot for them. But the only problem is, will they actually do that? I don't know. But I think Sheamus is going to pick up the victory, and then I would just say AJ Styles eventually will beat Dominic, and then he'll go after the IC title. But we'll see how this plays out. Now we got the World Heavyweight Championship match, Fatal 4-Way between Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, LA Knight, and CM Punk. I like what they're doing here. I really enjoy what they're doing here, and I like that they made it a Fatal 4-Way instead of making it just some one-on-one match, mainly because you have so much left to tell with Seth Rollins. You don't want to waste one of your marquee matches with this championship by wasting one of your one-on-one matches because you could easily do Seth Rollins versus LA Knight World Heavyweight Championship on the PLE. You could easily do another CM Punk match on the PLE, and you can easily do a Jey Uso match on the PLE. So you might as well, not waste one of your matches. Put them all in the Fatal 4-Way, and then you can protect the wrestlers you want to protect. Now, Seth Rollins is easily going to retain here. I'm assuming the Brawns are going to interfere in this match. Potentially could have a fourth member, even though I don't think they're going to reveal a fourth member on this show. But there is potential of revealing a fourth member because I do think the War Games match is obviously going to be about Seth faction. It is so obvious that War Games match is going to be having division. And typically War Games, you need 4 to 5 members. Right now they have 3. So they need to add at least one more person in this faction to make it work. I don't think they're going to add it here, but I wouldn't be shocked that the next pay-per-view, WrestlePalooza, they do it. Now, who's going to take the pin in this match? That's the main question. Who's take the pin? I think it's going to be Jey Uso, especially what they did on Monday Night Raw with him standing tall, him taking out Punk and LA Knight. I think he's going to be the one to take the pin here. Now, in my opinion, I think CM Punk should take the pin here to continue that story of Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Plus, he's the only one, in my opinion, who's really can take a pin here because Jey is still new to that main event scene and you're still building him up as a main eventer. Same with LA Knight. I just don't see a reason why either of them would take the pin. Now, me personally, I don't care who takes the pin. I'm just speaking in terms of wrestling fans because wrestling fans make it a big deal of he took the pin and all that. Me personally, depending on how you take the pin, it really doesn't matter. But I think Jey Uso is going to be the one to take the pin here. But ideally, I would like to see Punk to take the pin here because I think Jey Uso and LA Knight can't really afford it. But I have Seth Rollins retains. They're going to continue this all the way through War Games. And then eventually around Royal Rumble season, they're probably going to either do one or two things. Build the story to his Braun Breaker, betraying Seth Rollins, or build a story with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. One of those two things are going to be the build towards WrestleMania. So interested to see how this all unfolds. Now we get John Cena versus Logan Paul. This match I'm excited about. I'm really excited for this match. Every Logan Paul match for the most part has been really good, really amazing. So I'm expecting nothing less from this match. Plus, John Cena is a babyface, so I'm assuming we're going to get some Super Cena moments as well. This match is actually shocking, and this match is actually low-key unpredictable. I'm actually going to go with Logan Paul here. I think Logan Paul could benefit from a John Cena victory. Now, it is a bit different than the other guys that face John Cena because, you guys like Solo and Austin Theory. Those matches were not that good, so that's why it didn't benefit them. And plus, the build sucked. People already remember this build way more than remember the Austin Theory stuff and the Solo Sikoa stuff. Now, to be fair, they mainly remember those because of John Cena cooking them on the microphone. Logan Paul didn't get completely annihilated against John Cena on the microphone, so that already is the saving grace. Plus, the match will be a lot better, in my opinion. Number 2, I think Logan Paul needs the victory where John Cena, it doesn't make sense for John to win. My explanation is very simple. John Cena has not won a match clean ever since his return. Well, since in general, like he hasn't won a match clean. All of his victories and during his heel run was by cheating. So I just don't see a world where he's just all of a sudden going to start winning by winning clean now. Now, I wouldn't have no issue with it because it's John Cena. But I don't think Logan Paul is going to win clean out. I think Brock Lesnar is going to make his return at Clash. because before on the last episode of SmackDown, Nick Aldis ended up addressing John, ends up saying he got a message from Brock Lesnar until Logan Paul attacked him. So I think Brock Lesnar is going to come out either during the match or after the match, but he's going to come out, interfere in some way, and cost John Cena the match. He probably even attacks Logan Paul as well, and costs him the match, and Logan Paul picks up a victory. Or Logan Paul wins by just using some type of what is the thing he typically does with the, does he get like a, I'm thinking of MJF all of a sudden. It's something that, oh, the brass knuckles. I knew Logan Paul used something. The brass knuckles, he might end up using that to pick up the victory. And then after the match, Brock Lesnar attacks Logan Paul and John Cena. Either way, I think Brock Lesnar returned, but I'm going to assume he's returning during the match to cost John Cena the match, help Logan Paul pick up the victory. Those are my overall thoughts and opinions. Those are my overall predictions. You guys let me know your overall thoughts and opinions. Let me know your predictions down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, that's it.